Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shri Bhagavān Uvacha evaṁ paramparā-prāptam imaṁ rajarshyo viduhu sakale neha mahata yoga nashtah parantapa. Evaṁ paramparā-prāptam imaṁ rajarshyo viduhu sakale neha mahata yoga nashtah parantapa. 4.2. Evaṁ paramparā-prāptam imam rajarshyo viduhu sakale neha mahata yoga nashtah parantapa. Shri Bhagavān. Bhagavān has spoken about the niṣkāma karma yoga, how to be who is a sthita-prajña. Niṣkāma karma yoga is performed by being sthita-prajña within. That was explained in the whole thing about why karma should be performed, naimittika-dharma should be performed. That was explained, and when Arjuna asked what's stopping one from doing what they need to do, knowing what they need to do. Then Lord Krishna says it's lust, Arjuna. A self-centered interest blocks them from doing what's needed to be done. And that lust is seated in these places like that. Bhagavān has enlightened Arjuna regarding this force, and that pushes the jīva away from Krishna. But we heard yesterday how when the soul, that's where actually this force is coming from. When the soul is given the knowledge and relationship of Krishna, when this soul is linked to Bhagavan, then Srila Prabhupada says in that kind of relationship, when the soul has realized that it is related to Bhagavan, and then with that, when the soul is acting on that platform, then automatically the lust present in the senses, in the mind, intelligence, everything is transformed to lust just by the soul realizing that it belongs to Krishna. So in that way, the knowledge about the niṣkāma karma yoga at the last like that is given. So this is knowledge. Knowledge related to the soul. Then how is this passed on from one time to the other? How is this passed on? This knowledge. Evaṁ paramparā-prāptam imaṁ rajarshyo viduhu. All the rajarshis, they have received this knowledge through the parampara. Sakale neha mahata yogo nashta parantapa. But during the course of time, O Partha, that parampara system was broken and this knowledge was lost, this transcendental knowledge about the soul, the eternal principles, the transcendental knowledge about the eternal principles that was lost. Disciplinic chain system was broken. And now I am teaching this to you again, says Lord Krishna. So it's knowledge. This is the tattva-jnana that Bhagavān is talking about. Tattva-jnana. Tattva-jnana is a reality. A reality of what is what, who is who. A reality of who is jīva, who is Bhagavān. What is this force that pushes away from Bhagavān? What is prakriti? What is a karma? What is kala? These are the eternal principles. So this knowledge, the tattva-jnana, it is passed on in the parampara. So parampara has the transcendental knowledge. Transcendental knowledge, and parampara links up jīva with Bhagavān. Knowledge can be given through the impersonal means also. Google search, YouTube, knowledge is there. But in the parampara is an authorized, guaranteed system where a soul is given knowledge and a process where the soul can realize the transcendental knowledge and come out of this effect of Maya and be placed in the spiritual realm. All that is happening through the parampara. Parampara is like a package deal. It is about Bhagavan with a set of realization and a mellow, and there is a mantra that is worshipped in order to have that realization that the parampara guarantees. Like that. It's a school. Parampara is like a school. So for transcendental knowledge, for a soul to be able to come out of the samsara cycle, when a soul signs up, enrolls into a school, into a parampara, when that happens, when the jīva is fortunate enough for that to happen, Brahmanda Brahmate Guna Bhagavān Jīva Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bija. And that's when the sambandha is given. Sambandha of the soul to Bhagavan. That happens through parampara. And then the jnana is given. Sambandha, jnana. These are given, but in the parampara there are acharyas, there are gurus who personally rescues, personally guides and rescues the soul. And they are very kind enough to take up that responsibility to take this jīva back to the spiritual realm. So that's the greatest contribution of the parampara, a living guru who has embodied the whole process and is merciful to a jīva to deliver from this material world. That's what parampara is about. It's not just about information. A parampara, through the parampara, there is a living process bhakti is a living process that needs a personal, and not only the knowledge but the personal guidance, because it's a living process. Living process is guided. So all that happens in the parampara.